welcome to Blue Hawaiian Helicopters. I'm pilot Christy with a K. We're now recording. Wave at the camera, Amy, David, Summer, Chris, Sean, Michelle. I have 3 more on the outside. I'll be moving those around as we're flying along. So when we do turn the microphones on, everything we say, do, to include the music, will be recorded. I'll keep it clean, I promise. That's up to you, though. It's your tour, though. All right, family, let's go ahead and spool up, make some radio calls. Now, once I do pick it up, it's going to be about 3 more minutes before I can say anything again. So please take lots of photos. I may photobomb you. It's my thing. And enjoy the flight. It's beautiful. Let's go check this out. Alright, family, welcome to Hawaii, more specifically the island of Oahu. Now, we've had some pretty amazing king tides here lately on the south shores. I don't know if you've noticed the big waves, but here in the summertime, we're kind of like going into the wintertime. This is where we have our swells. We have a handful of surfers out here enjoying their Aloha Wednesday. Also, the first beach, we have Moana Beach Park. Right behind it, where you can see kind of the short buildings kind of under construction, that's the Ala Moana Mall. That's actually just opened their mall if we want to go shopping later. Gentlemen, you can buy the cocktails. The girls, we're going to Kate Spade. Got Magic Island coming up next. Now, also, family, if you've ever seen a show called Gilligan's Island, this is where they set sail from the Alawai Harbor on their 3-hour tour. Family, if I had enough gas, we would do it right now. We'll talk more about that show a little bit later. But there's the Hilton Hawaiian Village. That's the first hotel that starts the gorgeous Waikiki beach. Now, family, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a climb and a turn and put Waikiki out the left, the front, and the right-hand side. Now, Miss Summer, you row you Waikiki. Here we go. Amy, you ready? Whatever you do, don't grab me, girl, okay? Alright. Welcome to the famous Waikiki beach. We have over 100 hotels on this gorgeous beach. And I know where I'm going after work.
Crazy, they seem to say, Honolulu baby, Honolulu baby, you're the one.
Beautiful. Now the hike now we have coming out front, this is Diamond Head. Diamond Head Crater, the most popular hike that we have here on the island. Now due to airplane traffic left-hand side, but I'm going to climb up a little bit higher. Family, look at the color of the water. This is just beautiful. Now let's talk a little bit more about Diamond Head. It's about a half a mile one way to get up to the top if you want to hike it. About 800 feet in elevation. There's bunkers up there. They used to be ammo points and gun points for the military. Now hikers just go all over the bunkers all over the island. It was discovered by British explorers that thought the shiny quartz rocks were diamonds. That's how it got its name. There's no diamonds there, I've checked. And it was not a volcano, family. It was actually a cinder cone. And the last time it erupted was about 135 ago. Inside of Diamond Head, the buildings that you see there, that was the first ever military base here. Now the little peninsula that we have coming up is called Black Point. Some of the most expensive real estate on Oahu is right there. Do you see my house? Kidding, I wish. Ooh, we got lots of surfers out here enjoying it. Beautiful. Alright family, we'll start coming down a little bit in altitude. So let's talk about the state of Hawaii. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm like a squirrel. Like I just see things and I just get really excited. You see those two islands out there? That is Molokai and Lanai. How beautiful of a weather day we have. Man, look how gorgeous that is right there. Oh, okay, sorry. Back to my script. So there's actually 8 islands that make up the state of Hawaii. Way behind us, maybe when we go around to the North Shore, we might even see Kauai. I don't know. My fingers are crossed. We'll see. I haven't seen it in 3 years. We'll see though. But if I can see Lanai that good, we can maybe see Kauai. But there's also Ni'iau out there, out the left-hand side. Can't see it. Oh, I gotta make a quick radio call. 1 second, family. Alright, and then, of course, here's Oahu, the most populated. It's about 600 square miles of an island, and there's over 1 million people that live on this island. The town of Honolulu, which is our state capital, there's 800,000 just there. And then, of course, like I said, the beautiful Molokai. Between those two islands, kind of back through the clouds is Maui. And then you really can't see Ko'olave, and then 150 miles out that direction would be the Big Island of Hawaii. Now the Big Island of Hawaii, that's where we have the active volcano Kilauea that's been erupting continuously since 1983. You can actually do a day trip, hop over there and see active lava flow right now. It's pretty impressive. If I had enough gas again, we'd go right now. Of course, it'd be my last flight. Now this is the beautiful waters of Hawaii Kai. For scuba diving and parasailing through here. And there's Cocoa Head if you want to do another hike. Definitely a good workout. Now family, the microphones are turned back on. So Amy, where are you visiting from? You and David?
Gainesville, Florida.
Oh nice, well I'm so glad you're here and not in Florida right now. Please stay as long as you need, okay? Whew, man, I think it's at Puerto Rico, right? Irma's in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah, it's there right now.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Just stay. This is the best way to evacuate Hawaii. Alright? Alright, Summer, Chris, where are you visiting from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. You should stay here too. We don't know where Irma's going. Okay? Just stay here too. Alright. I like it. Alright, Sean, Michelle, please don't tell me you're from Florida.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Oh, you are completely safe right now. And thank you for coming here because it's your time, right? We're kind of going into spring actually, right?
Yeah, just in spring.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Too bad you're not flying with pilot Darren. He's actually from New Zealand as well. You guys could share the accent together. Are you from North Island, South Island? What part?
Top of the South Island at the moment.
Nice. Definitely on my top 5 bucket list is to do the Milford Trek. It is on my list. I'm doing it. Now family, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. This is your tour, I'm just driving. Coming out here out the left-hand side is Hanauma Bay. Now don't worry, Miss Summer, I'm going to do a turn so you're going to get a good shot of it. You come all the way from South Carolina, you're going to get a perfect view of Hanauma. I got you. Now, Hanauma Bay used to be a cinder cone, but years ago, one side of it washed away, leaving us the bay. We have about 1 million visitors each year to this gorgeous bay. Now, Hanauma means crescent-shaped bay. You can see by looking at it. Miss Amy, you doing okay? Ready for a crazy turn? You like roller coasters?
I do, though.
I'll be gentle. There you go. Boom. All right, just for David. Here we go. There we go. For Summer and Chris, my South Carolina family. There you go. Get back around for Sean Michelle from New Zealand. Here we go. Gorgeous. Now, family, it's open every day but Tuesdays, so don't try to go on Tuesdays. It's closed. They give 1 day for the coral reef to rest. All right, family, I'm going to start climbing up a little bit in altitude. So if you have any pressures or discomfort in your ears, to clear them as we come up. Like kind of like yawning or opening your mouth wide.
Where are you from?
I'm kind of like a transplant here to Hawaii. I don't know, I came here and fell in love and stayed. Unfortunately, Texas got hit pretty hard too. Goodness. Do you know there's another one right behind Irma, Jose? There's another one right behind it. That's Sandy's Beach. Now family, coming up in a few moments, we're going to have Makapuu Lighthouse. I'm going to do a little turn here. I'm going to put this out the right-hand side for you. Now this is a very well-paved switchback trail. They repaved it about 2 years ago. I love it because it's easy and I can take my dog. But here in a few moments on the opposite side of the ridge, now this lighthouse was featured in a movie called 51st Dates with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. I think, right? Right? Sean? Yeah? Sean, maybe? It's mine. I love it. That's our little baby island. It's a little bird sanctuary. Oh my goodness, look at the color of this water. What a treat. Very rare do we, well, I mean, this is beautiful, but this is like extra beautiful, you know what I mean? This is just gorgeous. Here we go, David. There's that lighthouse for you. Maybe you can take Amy on a little hike. But Miss Michelle, Mr. Sean, coming up here out your side, down here on the left, this is Sea Life Park. This is where you can go swimming with the dolphins, right down here. There's also Chiefs Luau down there. The family, just look at this water. You got some pretty stuff in Florida, though, I'm not gonna lie. The beautiful beautiful that we have here out the left-hand side, and right in front of us, family, this is Waimanalo Bay. This is the longest beach that we have here on the island of Oahu. Just beautiful. I'm going to make a quick radio call, family. I'll be right back. Alright, family, let's talk about this little airfield or kind of airstrip that we see right here in front of us. Now, Bellows used to be an Air Force base, but now it's just a training area for the military. Interesting fact, though, during the bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941, the Japanese bombed here as well. Those two little islands out the right-hand side, family, we call those the boats. A lot of people will kayak out to those little islands and kind of spend the day on that little beach right there. Kind of a challenging little kayak, so be careful. In front of us, you're going to see not the Ko'olau Mountains, but just prior to that, you're going to see this small little ridge line right here. This is called Olamana. Now, family, this was said to have been the center of the Ko'olau volcano that formed the island of Oahu. Now, it really doesn't look like a volcano anymore. That was a billion years ago. So this is what 4.5 million years of erosion does to the volcanoes. You hop to that big island, like I said, you can see what amazing. Now the beautiful towns that we have here out the right-hand side, Enchanted Lakes, Lanikai, and then Kailua. Now family, if you're staying down in Waikiki, you may have noticed that the texture of the sand is kind of like table salt. Well, here's very powdery like you have in Florida. Just gorgeous here, like Destin, the Pensacola area, all through here. Beautiful. Very popular for windsurfing here as well. And this is where our former President Obama would come and stay every Christmas and New Year's as well.
We do it in style. From the mountain to the other.
Now the Ko'olau Mountains we have out the left-hand side, there's 3 highways actually built through the mountain. We have the Pali right here, the Liki, not the like, but the Liki. And then the H3 right there. The H3 to get to this side of the island from Waikiki. But that road by Hanauma and Makapuu is the more beautiful way.
Beef stew on our stove, no less than with the ice. We and drink and we sing all day.
We have another little airport coming away, Marine Corps Air Base. It's our Marines. We have every branch of military service here on the island, to include the Coast Guard and the National Guard. That's how I got transplanted here, Amy. I was Army. I just stayed. I loved it. I'm just kidding, it's not my second week flying. I've been flying for a long time. And right out front, this is one of my favorite parts of the island. This is the Kaneohe sandbar right here. Once I get past that little small island, you're going to see this is all kind of sand and coral reef, and I'm going to do some S-turns so everybody can see this. But that little island right there, Coconut Island, that's where they did the aerial shot or the opening sequence for Gilligan's Island. They didn't actually film it there, they filmed it in California, but this was the opening scene where you see the island down on the horizon.
From my window to the leeward side, on the island, we do it in style.
Your little thing about the little Coconut Island, the University of Hawaii uses it to study marine animal life. There's 17 people that live there, and the kids to go to school, they get put on a boat, sent over to that little boat dock. Let's check out this sandbar. You can see that people come out here in boats, jet skis, kayaks, and just hang out here. This is all sand and coral reef, and it's the different depths of the... This is definitely on my top 10s of Oahu right here. It actually exposes kind of a hidden beach out here. I've seen people out here with volleyball nets, barbecuing. About a year ago I saw a wedding out here. They had like a little altar, everything. I did as any respectable helicopter pilot would do. I photobombed them. Little coral reefs, they get a little bit bigger, just naturally growing. See, they're just out there just standing. I love it because I'm not a good swimmer, so it's like perfect for me. Turtles, manta rays, they also tell me there's a 15-foot hammerhead shark out here. I've been looking. I haven't found him. I named him Cletus. Still looking for him. Oh, I love it out here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of turtles. Look at that, Miss Michelle. A bunch of turtles. They look like little, oh, there's some out there too. Yep, look like little brown dots. Have a little Chinaman's Hat right out there in the distance, and then right behind Chinaman's Hat family is Kualoa Ranch. Now Kualoa Ranch is where you can go ziplining, you can go horseback riding, or you can do the Hollywood tour. I did it about 3 months ago. It's actually a lot of fun, but is everybody doing okay? We're going to go get in the valley where all these movies and TV shows have been filmed, so let's just go do it, because look how beautiful, just look at it. Miss Amy, I'm just so excited because this is the windward side of the island, so if there's any clouds or rain, it's always right here. So I'm just so excited because we can see the whole top of the ridgeline. This is amazing. I don't know who ordered the good weather, but thank you. Alright, so some of the movies and television shows that have been filmed out here. We got parts of Jurassic Park. Jurassic World. I don't know if you've seen the new Jurassic World. That was actually a blue Hawaiian helicopter in the movie. Yep, this summer you're actually sitting in the seat that the leading actress was sitting in. Yep, absolutely. Lost, Kong, Skull Island. They just got done filming Jumanji 2, so family, look for that. And a sequel to Jurassic World. The second one will be coming out soon. Let's take a little turn here. Welcome to Jurassic Valley. The road in the middle of this valley, this was in 51st Dates. You know Chris's favorite movie. This is where he would park on the side with the little penguin. Also, Mike and Dave Need a Wedding Date. This is where they did like the little ATVs through here. Miss Michelle, this is where you can go zip lining. You and Sean, if you want to do that. Now this is Kahana Valley. Believe it or not, the wettest valley on the island. Family, it literally 3 days out of the year in this valley. 300 inches a year. This is where the new Kong, Skull Island, was filmed back here. Also the jungle scenes of Hawaii 5-0 and Lost. Parts of Lost was filmed through here. Beautiful beach you have out the right-hand side, Hanauma Bay. You can actually get a camping permit. Camp out right there. This is beautiful. I think you should just keep flying with me all day. Let's just do this. Till the rain shows up. Let's just keep going. The beautiful Paka'u. Now you can kind of see, looking at the ridge lines, that when it rains heavily, this one's just pumping with waterfalls. Are we good? There is one waterfall in the next valley I can't wait to show you, called Sacred Falls. Now Sacred Falls, the tallest waterfall that we have here on the island. I don't have to worry about weather. We're good today. I'm going to do a couple of turns and then make sure everybody sees it. Now Sacred Falls, you used to be able to hike to it. It used to be a state park, beautiful hike. But unfortunately back in 1999 on Mother's Day, there was a really bad rainstorm and there was a mudslide and 8 people lost their lives. So now right here by helicopter, it's the only way you can see this waterfall. Now Miss Michelle, Mr. Sean, I'm going to put it out your side first and then do a turn so everybody can see the beautiful Sacred Falls. I just can't get over this. Perfect day. Bring it back around here one more time so Mr. Sean, Miss Michelle can see it again. Alright, family. Oh, gorgeous. Let's head up to Miss Waves in the winter time. Land throughout here. And you may notice the trees that we have with kind of the light green leaves. That's our kukui nut tree. That's the state tree that we have here in the Hawaiian Islands. So if you've gone to a luau and seen primarily men wearing the kukui nut tree. Kukui means light. And of course the lei is in the form of a circle. It's the circle of light.
Staring at the edge of the wall, I can remember never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try.
There you go. Is this your song? This is my song. I love it. Excellent. You can just sing it. I'll record it. I got the camera on you right now. There you go, Amy. Go ahead. She's gonna sing it. There we go. Come on, Summer. Come in. Come in. Come in. She's like, I don't know the song. I've literally seen Moana probably 50 times. I love Moana. And I have grown boys in college. Is that weird? Oh, the windmill farms. Yeah, we have 2 sets here on the island. That's the town of Laie out the right-hand side. That's where the Polynesian Culture Center is. Very neat little place to visit. little town we have out the front right-hand side, Kahuku's. And of course there's lots of farmland over there, but also just past it you're going to see some rectangled bodies of water. Shrimp farms. Some of the best garlic shrimp on the whole island of Oahu is right there in that little town of Kahuku's.
I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along with the voice inside. What is wrong with
Now you may notice kind of how we have red dirt throughout here. Now family, the reason for that, all the Hawaiian Islands of course are made from lava rock which has a metal content to it. This is rust or iron oxide. We've been rusting for 4.5 million years and that's why our dirt is red.
What's beyond that line? Will I cross that line? See a line where the sky meets the sea. It calls for me. And no one knows how it goes. It's the wind in my sail on the sea.
Way out in the distance on the shoreline here in a few moments you're going to start to see Turtle Bay. Now Turtle Bay is the famous resort that we have here on the North Shores. This North Shore. We got waves on the North Shore. Oh my goodness. Is this the first of the season? I'm pretty excited. I don't surf myself, it's too dangerous. I just fly over it.
We were supposed to go scuba diving here tomorrow, but they said the weather's too bad.
Yeah, look at this. Amy, it was not like this yesterday. It was all flat. We have waves on the North Shore. Interesting. Yeah, I probably would not go scuba diving here on the North Shore. Go to Hawaii. That's a good place. That's my jam. That's where I go scuba diving, Hawaii. Yeah, this is, we have waves. Wow.
What's the 3 oars?
Great question. Have you gone to Pearl Harbor yet, to the museum? Not yet? This right here, when you go to the museum, it's just absolutely beautiful the way they have this set up. There's a museum saying before, during, and after the attack. Now, during the attack, early morning, there was a sergeant and a lieutenant that recognized the Japanese aircraft coming in on radar. This was the radar. Young lieutenant was like, don't worry about it. It's okay. Because he was expecting the B-17s from California. This is where it started right here. Look at this. Family, we have waves on the North Shore. This is the first I've seen of the season. Wow. Look at this. I'm not kidding you, family. It was flat yesterday. Look at this. It's just churning up the bottom. Look at this. Wow, no ma'am, don't go scuba diving here. Nope, maybe go to the west side, Hawaii Kai, good stuff. As a matter of fact, I got a really good friend that does it on the west side. Wow. Kind of a rule of thumb, family, when the water is muddy like that, do not get in it. Sharks do not have good eyesight. Nope, don't do it. Let's talk about some of these right here. Now, between the months of November through March is when we get the big waves, but we may be starting early. Here we go. Right here where the sand meets the parking lot, that is Sunset. Now Sunset, there's a lot of surf competitions that happen right there. It's even high tide. Look how close they're getting to the house right now. Wow. 2 seasons ago, they actually had a road because the waves were crashing over the road. A little bit further down where you can see kind of the white silver roofs of the Sunset Elementary School. Straight out from that is the Bonsai Pipeline, or the Billabong Pipeline. Now, Bonsai Pipeline is probably the most, because of the beautiful barrel, but it's not the most prestigious. I'm going to talk about Waimea here in just a moment. Sharks Cove, right there, that's probably where you were going to go scuba diving. Sharks Cove, Three's Tables. Yep, that's it, right there. That's right it. Yeah, it's kind of murky. You wouldn't have good visibility right now. Oh, they called it. Goodness. It was crazy how clear it was yesterday. But now, look. Oh, family, you can see Kauai way out in the distance. See it right there? There it is. Man, what a day. Kauai is literally 80 miles away from us, and we're looking at it right now. Wow. How much gas we got? We just gonna keep flying. I love this. We're just gonna keep going. With the beautiful Waimea Bay right here, coming up out Miss Michelle's side, this is where we have the granddaddy of all surf competitions, the Eddie Cow. Now I'm going to do a turn and put this out the front and the right-hand side for Miss Summer as well. You may have seen bumper stickers or shirts or hats that says Eddie would go. It comes from Waimea. Now Eddie, he was a local surfer but also a lifeguard here, and they started doing his surf competition back in 1985. And it was about a year and a half ago. We had the 9th ever in over 30 years. And the waves were 60 foot plus for 8 hours, and there was 10,000 people at Waimea. 60 foot plus waves. I don't know what that is in meters, Mr. Sean. I apologize. Big. Really big. Wow, these waves. Beautiful Waimea. There's even a Beach Boys song about Waimea. Now, Miss Summer, David, if you continue looking out the right-hand side, we have Chun's, Turtle Beach, and then out in the distance, that town that you have is Haleiwa and Haleiwa Harbor. Now, Haleiwa, that's what they call the gateway to the North Shore. It's like the first little town that starts the 7 miles of famous shave ice that everybody talks about. That's some advice. You can also do a shark encounter and swim with sharks there. Well, not there. You actually go about 20 miles into the, or 3 miles into the ocean. Then you
I see trees of green, red roses too.
Now, family, this is what we call the Central Valley of Oahu. And in the late 1800s, early 1900s, this was all sugar cane, but unfortunately we no longer grow any sugar cane here in the Hawaiian Islands. All closed down about 9 months ago. Too expensive to lease the land. Yeah, the dole and all the pineapple and sugar canes, they had a 100-year lease. Now the mountains that we have here out the right-hand side, these are the Waianae. So this is the second set of mountains that make up the island of Oahu. And if you look way up there at the 2 o'clock position, you're going to see a little satellite dish up there. That's our highest elevation on Oahu, 4,000 feet. Now if and when you ever get a chance to go to the island of Maui, Haleakala is at 10,000 feet. You're going to go in 3 days? Nice. Go up to Haleakala, take a sweater, it gets cold. And then if you go to the Big Island, not sure if you're heading there, but Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, is just under 14,000 feet. A couple of weeks ago, it actually snowed on the top of Mauna Kea. I'm going to make a quick radio call, family. I'll be right back.
What a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Alright, so there's an airport right out in front of us. They got Clyde hours going on, so we're just going to have to go all the way around. We're going to climb up an altitude, family. Here we go. Just be mindful of your ears, but instead of going around, we're going to go over Wheeler. But right here, this is all our pineapple fields of the Dole plantation right here. Family, this is all pineapples. Kind of an interest, notice how they all look a little bit different as far as different stages of vegetation. Like summer greens, it takes a year and a half, 18 months to grow one pineapple. So the Dole plantation plants them at different fields at different times of the year, so we're continuously harvesting pineapple here.
We were playing in the sun. We were having so much fun.
You drive up to the North Shore, you drive along all these pineapples. It really doesn't look like this much. This is a lot of pineapple. We use 70% of all these pineapples here in the Hawaiian Islands.
The sound of the ocean.
Now let's talk about this airfield that we're going to climb up and over and do a little hopscotch. This is Wheeler Army Airfield, and to the right is Schofield Barracks. This is the Army base, been ground right here. But what I want to talk story, family, is the way we've been flying through the Central Valley. This is the exact bombing of Pearl Harbor. I'm flying you exactly as the Zeros did over 75 years ago. And they bombed Schofield, they bombed Wheeler straight ahead, Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is our last stop on the tour. We're going to hop these mountains and then come back to Pearl Harbor.
Sound of the ocean.
Everybody doing good with their ears? Amy, you doing good? Perfect. All right. We're not going to go any higher than this, then we'll come back down.
The ocean rocks me all night long.
You can already see the west side. Beautiful. Oh man, what a gorgeous day.
I saw your face again. We were there in the sun on a white sandy beach. Oh.
Right out in front of us, you can definitely see the distinct red dirt, but that is our banana field straight out in front of us right there. We actually grow everything but sugarcane, believe it or not. That was our staple in the late 80s. I like to fly over Wheeler and just wave at my old house. Family, so we're going to cross over these Waianae Mountains here in just a moment. I'm going to show you the west side. Now, you may remember the movie, the Valley Wall, the movies and TV shows, how I was talking about that was the wettest part of the island, averaging about 300. Here, where we're going, they average about 40 inches a year. Now, that's a huge difference between just the two sides of this small island here. Now, believe it or not, all 8 of the Hawaiian Islands are just like that, whereas the southwest side is very dry and desert. It's the way the winds come across the Pacific Ocean from California. Quick radio call. Now family, it might be a little bumpy with turbulence when I crop it. I'll try to make it as smooth as possible, promise. Welcome to the west side, family. Huge difference between the two sides of the island right here. Also, the oldest part of the island, you can look at the sides of the ridge lines and kind of see the aging of the island, like trees on a ring here. The layering is just the lava flows upon lava flows that formed this Hawaiian island 4.5 million years ago. Also the valley we have right there out the right-hand side, that's Kolikoli Pass. That's where the second wave came through in 1941 during the bombing of Pearl Harbor. You may notice down on the ground, those are ammo bunkers. I don't know if they still use them for ammo, but they were.
Love is like the open sea, and I wish you were here with me.
Now the windmill farms we saw earlier, they make up 10% of our clean energy. Here we have our solar panels, because this is the dry side. They make up about 26% of clean energy that we have here on the island. Believe it or not, our island of Kauai is actually 70% green. Of course, on Kauai they're a lot less populated than we are here on Oahu.
Since you've been gone away, I think about you every day. Don't you know I miss you much?
That Koalina, is that where you're staying?
We're at Alani.
Nice! Alright, I'll put that out your side for you.
I'm on a rock.
I love Koalina, it's one of my favorite places.
Oh, I wish you were here with me.
Oh, you should make your way out here to the west side and go scuba diving then. The Waianae Harbor is right down the road. Yep, really nice. He's my friend. Now a lot of times you'll see a lot of spinner dolphins out here. Reason being the water is a little warmer out here on this side. And yep, it's beautiful.
Together real feeling.
A family will do a right 360 and show everybody the beautiful Hawaiian ridgeline.
And I wish you were here with me. On the beach in Hawaii.
Got the beautiful Makapuu Beach in Yokohama Bay out the right-hand side.
In Hawaii.
Let me start a little turn here. Here we go. Now way out the right-hand side, coming out in front of us, you're going to see the most western point of Oahu. That is Kaena Point, family. Kaena Point, that's where we have a breeding ground for monk seals. Or monk seals and albatross birds howling up there. But also our only part of the island where there's no road. You actually have to hike out to it. It's about 5 miles round trip. Let's continue our turn and get one last look at this beautiful Waianae ridgeline.
On the beach in Hawaii.
Just gorgeous out here. Now, as you know, if you want to come out to this side, going down to Waikiki, it's about an hour drive, depending on traffic. How was your traffic this morning getting here? Glad you made it on time. I just want to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and do a color match and put this on my wall, this color of this ocean right here. Beautiful. And now I got to make a few radio calls. I'll be right back. Right out in front of us, well, there's Koalina where you're staying at, but also just past that. That's the most southern point of the island of Oahu, where we have our industrial park. You can't really see it, but we talked about 26% solar energy, 10% wind. The rest is a pipeline that runs on the bottom of the ocean, just south of right there, and we get oil barges that come in and connect to it, and that's how we get fed. Now all the oil and energy and everything that comes here to the Hawaiian Islands first comes to Oahu, and then gets redistributed and then sent out. So if you go to Maui in 3 or 4 days, you're going to notice the gas prices are more expensive. It's because it comes here and then has to get shipped over. This is Electric Beach right here. It's also a very popular place to go scuba diving. It's a fish, and everybody, all the their sea life, they love the kind of like the heat exhaust that comes up. And there's Ko'olina, the dark brown resort. That is your Disney resort right there. And then the one right before that is the... Now the lagoons that we have here at Ko'olina are all man-made. Now family, this is also where the Paradise Cove luau is. And some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll see on the island of Oahu are going to be right here in Ko'olina. Next little airport we have here on the far right hand side, that is Barber's Point. That's where our Coast Guard is, right there. Now family, here in a few moments I got to make a lot of radio calls to get us to Pearl Harbor, but I do want to take this moment to say thank you on behalf of everyone at Blue Hawaiian Helicopters for flying with us today. I really do appreciate it. Now once we land, just stay on board. My ground crew will open the doors for you. And if you get a chance, go in and sign our e-guest book. Leave us a review. Let us know how we're doing. And also, when you come back or when you go to Maui, call us up. We'll go fly. We have actually 5 different tours on Maui. Check it out. It's awesome. We also fly on Kauai and the Big Island, both in Hilo and Waikoloa. So let's do this again. The water park, awesome. They even sell cocktails. Now, family, I do have to turn the microphones off now. Make a few radio calls. I'll be right back. You can see that we have Pearl Harbor coming up in front of us.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. Everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be. When no one's in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When you don't get betrayed by that old Judas kiss. Oh, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need an answer, there'll be days like this. When you don't need a chance, there'll be days like this. When all the parts of the puzzle start to look like this.
Now we have 3 bodies of water right here coming out the right hand side. We have Middle Lock, West Lock, and then East Lock. East Lock is where we're going to be heading. That's the furthest one away where you can start to make out Ford Island now. I'm just waiting to get our clearance for it.
Well, everyone is up front and they're not playing tricks. When you don't have no freeloaders out there get their kicks. Well, that's nobody's business. The way that you want to live, you just have to remember there'll be days like this. all my dreams. There'll be days like this when people understand what I mean. There'll be days like this when you ring out the changes. I'm high every. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this.
All right, family, we just got our clearance. So the Navy ships that we have right here in front of us in middle light, these were not a part of the bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941. The Navy has just kind of placed these here in kind of a holding or a reserve status, if you will. Alright, family, here we go. There's Ford Island, the island that you see right in flag. The grassy strip that you see in the middle, that was the runway back in 1941. And then on the opposite side you can see the red and white control tower, and just to the right of that is the Pacific Aviation Museum. Now Mr. Shaw and Miss Michelle, coming up here on this side of Ford Island, I'm going to show you the USS Utah. Going to come up on the left-hand side. Now the USS Utah, the USS Oklahoma, and the USS Arizona were the only three ships they did not resurrect from the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Here's the Utah coming up right here on the left. Family, on the right-hand side, the white structure, there's the Arizona Memorial. Now, family, as I do my turnaround, you're going to be able to look down and see the entirety of the Arizona. This past December 7th marks 75 years since the bombing. In a few moments, you may notice that it still leaks oil to this day. Also, very interesting story is how the Arizona Memorial and the battleship Missouri face each other. 1941 was the start of the war, but the treaty that ended the war was signed on that battleship. And that's why they face each other, as the beginning and the end. I'm going to do a little turn here and put it on the front and also on the left-hand side for Mr. Sean and Miss Michelle. There we go. Battleship Missouri and the Arizona Memorial. Alright, family, we're about to get our clearance back in. Thank you again. And I'll be right back with you after we land.
Okay, this one's for Gabby. brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Of people passing by, I see friends shaking hands. How do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star.
All right, family, welcome back. How was that? That was awesome. I don't know.